Hi, welcome to another Cajun toy review. Today we're going to be looking at McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Batman Beyond. This is considered the battle damaged variant for Batman Beyond. So far I've actually looked at two different versions of Batman Beyond. I've looked at the one with the mouth and basically the one with just the plain mask. The Target exclusive one and the one that came with the Builder-Figure piece. So this is a third one that we're going to be looking at, and we'll compare them to the original too. Wasn't super excited about this when I saw it. It's not a resculpt or anything like that, and it's all the same pieces we kind of got. It's just got this really interesting paint scheme on it. So we'll kind of look at it and see. I don't ever really even recall seeing Batman get this jacked up in the book, the cartoon series and stuff like that. I'm not 100% on the comics, but it is definitely an interesting paint scheme. So we'll take a look at it and see. On the back, not even a new card, McFarlane, so same old stuff, same old picture that we got before. And then some of the other figures from this wave, or from this series, anyway. So, not really much to say that we hadn't already said about Batman Beyond on the previous two reviews. So let's go ahead and just crack open this Battle Damage Beyond Batman. Let's break open this Battle Damage Batman Beyond and check it out. So we're looking at our Batman Beyond battle damaged version of this figure. This is a repaint of the previous Batman Beyond. This was the one that was basically the wide released Batman Beyond figure with the mouth. And this is a repaint of that figure as well. And besides that, they're pretty much similar in sculpt, just with that one difference on there. And accessories. This one comes with the accessories that the non-Build-A-Figure Batman Beyond came with. So he comes with the flight stand, the little booster effects, which are really awesome, and the one single red Batarang. There is no new sculpting on this figure. This is all basically just a repaint, and it's an interesting repaint, and it actually looks really cool. It does kind of give the illusion that there is damage, especially when you look at that chest area, but at the end of the day, it is just a repaint. So we'll take a look at what this figure comes with, and then we'll look at this figure and compare him to the other Batman Beyonds. Alright, and looking at the accessories that come with our Batman Beyond battle damage figure, we have the file card that came with the single release, not the Builder-Figure Batman Beyond, and it's the same. So if you want to read that, I'll have a picture in the description for you if you want. It does come with the flight stand, which we've seen with other DC figures. It's got the Dice DC logo on there, but basically it just kind of slides in and locks in, and then you have like your little figure, figure stand. It's pretty good. It's pretty solid. It'll hold the figure up pretty well, but if you go with any kind of crazy poses or too much weight on it, it'll tip over pretty easy. It's not very tall. We do have these booster effects, which are really awesome. These came with the other figure, and they look really great. They just kind of peg into the bottom of his feet, as so. And those look really awesome. Really good paint on them. That translucent yellow going into that brighter orange with almost like that red on the tips. Really great effect. I love these. I think these are fantastic. We got this kind of bigger Batarang. This isn't the very futuristic one that came with the Builder-Figure version. I like that one better. This one is just more of a traditional kind of. It looks really great, don't get me wrong, but if I had to pick between the two, I'm going to pick the other Batarangs that came with the other Batman. And then he has two gripping hands, which is the same as the other two figures had. These are good for holding, like so, Batarang in there. But yeah, they do have trigger fingers on them, which I think I talked about in the other video, which is kind of funny. But anyway. And then we have these kind of open clawed hands, which look really great as well. These are the ones that come default out the box. And an interesting note about this is that the right hand is painted with the battle damage kind of theme, with that the gray insulation with that red kind of circuitry going on. The left is not, and these fisted one, trigger finger gripping ones, have no paint like that as well. These just match perfectly with the previous hands. So that is the accessories for our Battle Damage Batman Beyond. Let's look at the figures and compare them. Alright, so looking at our Battle Damage Batman Beyond repaint versus the previous two releases, and there's interesting things to note here. Mainly, I was wrong in my initial statement saying that the head on this was from the wide release. It's actually from the general the Target exclusive release. And my misconception was because of I saw the nose and the mouth, but it's actually a really nicely painted detail. So there actually is not a nose or a mouth on there like the general release was. This is like the Target exclusive builder figure one. Now they did a really good job on painting that mouth and that little indentation on the nose. That's what I wanted with the initial Target one. This actually looks to me more like the cartoon series with that kind of mouth and stuff like that. And it just makes it go a long way while still being slick without having the lips and the nose. So this is actually really cool. I really like that a lot. And it actually, you know, it confused me for a second just by looking at it, because I took it out the box and immediately put it on in the pose to start the review. And usually do the articulation live, so just kind of setting them up, it was enough to throw me off. So that's really cool. Like I said, so comparing them, here is our heads for our Target exclusive one. So you can see that there is no nose, there is no mouth. It is basically just the sleek mask, but that little detail goes a long way, and I wish they had that on there as well. And then comparing it to the general release, you can clearly see that this one has a nose and a mouth and everything, stuff like that, and a little bit more line work on the side of the face right there. So that's a cool little detail. Like I said, it threw me for a little bit of a loop right there. But that's really, besides the paint, the main kind of differences on there. And it is just a really detailed painting. So looking at the paint on this guy, they do have they kind of fill in the lines right there with the mask. We do have this kind of red. And if I actually went back and was looking at Batman Beyond clips and stuff like that, and stuff in the comics, of course it happens, but where this actually look is based from, and it was from one episode where basically he was fighting oh god, I just drew a blank on his name, a red and black guy. Somebody's gonna put it in the comments. Somebody put it in the comments for me. But he's fighting him on top of like a futuristic kind of like car battle stuff, and he gets hypnotized and knocked off of the vehicle and crashes into the ground right before he wakes up right before he dies, but like basically crashes into a bunch of vehicles and into the ground. And this is what he looks like when he kind of comes out. And it's real quick. I mean, it's like really quick in the show. One clip. So it's kind of neat that they took that and you know, was able to repurpose a figure, because yes, plastic is expensive, I understand, you know, I bitch a lot about repaints and stuff like that, but for that little obscure moment and stuff like that, they actually made a cool looking little figure, and the character's name is Spellbinder. So I stalling a little bit to pull that up, and I got it. But yeah, he basically like crashes into some cars and everything and stuff like that, and this is what he looks like when he comes out. And it's got that kind of crazy circuitry on there that looks like some kind of weird symbol, but with the red lines and stuff like that. So there's a picture. See the picture right here I'm pointing at? Yeah, that picture right there, that's what it looks like. But yeah, I mean, they did, like, you can clearly see that the bat symbol is still there. See the line kind of goes through, and what they did is they just kind of painted over and stuff like that. So kudos on them for that kind of paint. And then you know, the utility belt, they less paint, and they just kind of made this look kind of damaged and stuff. And then we just have that red and kind of gray that goes all the way through. So now, if you have these two previous figures, is it worth picking up a third Batman Beyond? That's going to be up to you. I'm not the world's biggest fan for repaints, especially when they don't really come with any new sculpting or new accessories and stuff like that, and this is one of those cases. So, I mean, that's... Put in your comments what's your thoughts on this and stuff like that. Is this one you're going to pick up and stuff like that? Obviously, I did. Mostly for for the sake of reviewing. But if I wasn't doing a review, I'm not too sure. But I do think the paint job on this guy is very impressive. It does look really cool. It really caught my eye when I saw it on the shelf, and you know, I wound up picking it up. So I've done it before in the previous video, but I'll just do a really quick articulation on this guy. If you want a little bit more detail or anything else about it, just go ahead and check out the previous reviews. They'll be linked at the end and also in the description for this video. So he's got a nice little head tilt on there. Look up pretty dang well for him. Down as well. He does have a full arm rotation, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. You got wrist rotation and wrist flex a bit. Yep. He has a ab crunch. And then on the back, and I'll do a split almost, and can kick. Really nice. There is no thigh cut or anything like that on this figure. Double jointed knees. No calf or ankle. No calf cut. He does have ankle rotation and ankle pivot, plus a toe flex. And there is peg holes on the bottom, which is also for your booster effects. So the wings are attached. They're glued in there. I mean, I'm not even gonna try to take them out. I don't even know if you'd want to, but anyway, they kind of glue on top of each other. They're very pliable, plastic, so you're very bendable and stuff like that. So you kind of, but they're not heavy enough to kind of sag on their own. They're kind of almost in a ratchet on there. So once you kind of get them in the position you want, they stay. Now there is these two little holes on each side. So basically, when you pull up your arms, or however you want to do it, on the back of the gauntlets, there's this third little hook. Basically, what you do is just kind of port that in there. And then like so, and like so, and there you go. You got your Batman Beyond. Yeah, and you gotta rotate the underneath the arms if you want to get a little bit higher than that. But yeah, it looks cool. It looks great. Like overall, like I said with the other ones, it's a great figure. But this, like I said, it's Mcfarlane. This is our third repaint for this figure and stuff like that. Kudos on them for like making it interesting and not just doing it in gold or something. They're actually picking something from the story. I just wish maybe like a different accessory. Come on, give us a Terry McGinnis head already. You know, that would have been pretty awesome. But anyway, what are you guys' thoughts on this figure and stuff like that? You picking him up? Yay, nay, maybe. If you did like this video, please leave a like. Got some more DC stuff coming up. If there's any videos you want to see or any requests, go ahead and put it in there. I might have the figure waiting in my background to do, and I'd push that to the front. But anyway, if you haven't already subscribed, I think I'm at like close to 80 subscribers, which is unbelievable. Started this channel in April, just like as a little side little hobby and stuff and like that. And man, like I just appreciate every one of you guys who have either reviewed my content, commented, liked, subscribed. Man, you guys are awesome. So you know, when it just pushes me to do. So once again, thank you sincerely, guys. Appreciate you. As always, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care of yourself.